Welcome to the session of document Field Extractor or Smart Data Extraction tool. As the name said, this tool is capable of transforming any kind of image file, PDF files, or media files into the form of Excel, right? So we're gonna cover here the basic feature of this softwares, what is the capability of it, and how it fit in your daily life use cases. So suppose you have any image file or PDF file or multiple page PDF files. You want to transform that into the form of Excel. So when you type it manually, it has a lot of chances of errors. But when you automate and you ensure that your logic is correct for the automation, you will get more accurate result, and it will save a lot of your time. So typing it manually is definitely a hectic task for us. So example, this is the image file. So you want to get the name of the user, the vehicle name and model number and all the details here. So how you can do that? So first we produce two more than 4 to 5 kind of output from this. So this is your input here. And so this software has output as a searchable PDF. So here you can see you can copy paste the data from this PDF file. Sorry, from this PDF file, which was earlier given as an image file. So we have transformed this file into the form of PDF, and we can copy paste the text and we can search it here, or we can type Yamaha and we can get the data here. The second form of output that we are producing is Excel file. So in this Excel file, you will see that you will have your fields name, honor name, models, and classification. Who decide these fields? We can pass this field from the software config file, and we are looking for those fields, and our logic use those field extraction as a target. So you can see that we had image number 3, and we have all the details here. So okay, so the image was let me check the image name. It's image3.pdf. So we have image 3.pdf, and we have Subhajit Sen as the person name here, which is I think here exactly as what is mentioned here, Subhajit Sen, right? And the other output format of this software is you will see that as a PDF file, which I just show you as a OCR file. You will get the CSV output of this software, and we are storing all the data that we are processing for later processing. So example, if you find some mistake in the extraction, you can correct that later. Let's say there are multiple stages. So once we do the OCR, we are storing the OCR results in the JSON format. This is the OCR results, and this ask.json is the ChatGPT results. You can use your own API for the field extractions. We are using OCR tool that is must for your scan documents for the high accuracy. Once we have the OCR ready, we are feeding this text to ChatGPT as primary API, but you can use your own API as per your use case. So let's say you have any kind of documents, any field of documents. Example, you have your invoices, you have your receipts, you have your credit card data, you have your banking data, you have your law data. This software is capable of extracting the field from any kind of domain. All you have to do is in the software config file, you have to define the fields that you want. Example, here you have to write a ChatGPT query. So in the ChatGPT query, we given the field name that we want. Example, this order number and all fields. And in the field map, we are going to map the field that we want to dump into the Excel. This will be the column names, right? So there are a lot of features in this software. So we're gonna cover those features in scenario wise later. But the major thing here is that we are uh, doing a OCR of this image files and doing field extraction of this also. If your document is already searchable, then also we can save our OCR processing, and we can directly feed it to the ChatGPT or any other tools. So ChatGPT is the primary, as I said. We can use some other API tools that we want. The other API for the extraction of the data and dump it to the Excel. So this this software can do the document OCR tasks. So maybe you don't need a field extraction, you just want to digitize your data, that you can do with this software. And the Google Drive support is in the progress, so we are going to add the support so that you can download the file from the Google Drive automatically with your Google Drive ID and contents of your auth ID, and it will process the files and upload the Excel file to the Google Drive location as defined by you. That field we have here for the drive credentials. And yeah, so we can use the ChatGPT for the data extraction, so for the field extractions, uh, and we can use our custom logic. So suppose we have a text like this, and we are going to give you the text to your custom logic, and your custom logic will return the fields in the key value pairs, and we are going to store into the Excel file. If you don't want your custom logic, we have a support for an ER, which is regex. So so regex is kind of expression. So we can write expressions for data extraction. So we know that the date has the date formats. Example 2025 hyphen 07 hyphen 8. So we can write regex rules for it, and so this is one of the custom logic. So you don't have to write the code for it. You can use the regex for that directly. So as I show you that we can convert a searchable layer that I showed you here, the same image, we can copy paste the text. And the Excel file out, so these are the export result format. So we can get the Excel, CSV, and JSON and text file as output, or we can get XML and other formats based on your requirement. ChatGPT batch processing, that means that uh, you can use this tool for process the documents extraction, field extraction in the batches. So there are two things. One is document data extraction. So data extractions mean you have the image, and that image has scanned image. So we must extract the data. For that, we use our Google OCR tool for that. Once the data is extracted, we feed to the ChatGPT, the text layer, and ChatGPT will give us the results. Or we can use our custom logic as I mentioned earlier. But if we are using ChatGPT also, we can use ChatGPT batch API also. In the batch API, which is uh, lesser costlier than the actual ChatGPT real-time API, so we have a batch API support. And direct ChatGPT. So direct ChatGPT support means for this image, we don't have to rely on Google OCR. We can just give the image to ChatGPT, and it will do OCR and field extraction together in one go. But yes, this is very costly operation. So Google OCR is cheaper, and it will save a lot of your cost. And the model selection and configuration support. So from the config file, we can give the ChatGPT model that we want to use. So we have the option for the payload. You can define the fields as per your requirements, or you can define the payload's data as per your need based on the ChatGPT API document reference. So it's all configurable in the future. If there is new ChatGPT model version or some new version of the model, yeah, so you can use this payload. You don't have to rely on the next release of the software. The most interesting thing of this software is we will never see your data. We are providing this application as installer, which will install it in your system, and you will run in your system with your data. We don't see it. We are not giving it as an API. So this is all yours. And yeah, all result in your system. There is no tracking. So you have a full control and privacy. That is the most important feature of this software. Uh, so yeah, so whatever it takes an hour for you, this app will do it in minutes or seconds. That is the most important feature of this software too. Uh, so thanks for watching. We are going to cover the setup and installation part in the next session. Thank you.